Commandments with Charlton Heston. Cecil B. DeMille. Love that film. Great special effects. Yul Brynner is amazing in it. But even that film comes under fire today because of the way it was casted. There are so many things that are being nitpicked in Hollywood today,
Well, here's the
right
thing is,
or wrong.
I won't jump back to the past that far because look, you got to understand at a certain point in this country and around the world, the attitudes and the way people conduct themselves evolve over time. So,
Yes.
I mean, you got to understand back in those days when they made movies like that, that was just the law of the land. I mean, it wasn't right, doesn't make it right, but that's just the way things were everywhere. And as time has progressed, there have been people have fought and gained rights to not put up with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, you can't. I could go back to Roman orgies and say, well, we need to fucking. We can't change the past. The past is the past. The past is what it is. And I don't think that it necessarily taints those old movies because that was just the attitude of the entire planet at the time.
Mm.
And over time, and it's just like the things now. People still doing this now, yeah, that's a problem.
It's a huge
But I
problem.
mean, what can we do? We can't go back and change the past, and I don't think we should. I think the past is something you learn from. Just like we were talking with Cool Beer, I don't think you have to tear shit down and rewrite your past. I think that's how you learn. When you get rid of your past, then you're doomed to repeat it. And Orwell's 1984 says that specifically, how monuments were destroyed and the past was rewritten. It's a dangerous, slippery slope when we get into shit like that. I don't know why people got to live in the past. Live right now. Fix what's wrong right now.
Yeah, totally agree. And like I said, we support all the women in film. I want that to be put out there right, at the forefront.
It's time for some straight.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think this shows really. If you go back and look at our list, what's happening?
There was an ad or something was playing on this site, and I don't want it to come into the feed there. All right, go ahead.
But I lost track of it.
We respect women in film.
Well, I was saying, like I said, go back and look at our guest list and our episode list, and we've had Jessica Cameron and
Fleming,
Heather Thorpe was on, Jane Fleming,
the Salka sisters.
Gigi comes on a couple times, Felissa Rose. This show is more female centric than it is male centric, really. We've had more female guests on here, even Jennifer Kent, going back to the Babadook.
Great film.
I think we've had more. We've definitely had more female guests than male guests, I think.
Definitely.
And when she's available, we actually have a female member of the show that is just very busy cooking food for people in New York.
She's like very busy. Panda is like super super busy.
She's a woman on the move doing her career. And another way we support her is that she's free to pop in and out of the show as she wants. She's working on her career right now, so she hasn't been on the show. When things slow down, I'm sure she'll come back. She's got Panda's given all the leeway in the world to do whatever she wants and then come back to the show. So, I mean, I think we've always been supportive of women in every aspect of media and film.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, all of our favorite shows. So
we like to toot our own horn here at the Nerd Rage Renegades.
Oh, we definitely do.
Our slate is clean, motherfuckers.
This house is clean. Go carry in. Don't go into the light. Don't go into the light.
Well, even on the old show, we had there were more women on the old show than men. We had Jules, we had Uni, Megan, Panda, and then there was just me, you, and Pedro with the four of them.
Yeah.
So, we've always been. I don't know. Maybe it's just that we're more comfortable doing the show with women. I don't know.
I just sit here and I drink my delicious RC cola.
I got Kool-Aid. I'm a Kool-Aid junkie, man. And my dog. I got a story. My dog. I came home after my dog Otto, the youngest, who is the biggest. He's like 120, 30 pounds. He's just gotten to the point where I can leave him out free out of his crate when I leave, and I thought, oh well, he'll be fine. He ate my Kool-Aid.
Oh
And
man.
I was madder than hell. I
Oh.
had came home and I found my Kool-Aid squeeze in the middle of the carpet. Carpet is stained completely red. The dog is stained completely red. And I had to go buy a new Kool-Aid, and I was quite upset.
Yeah, I've got that good poor people soda right here. As they said on the Cleveland show, that RC Cola. That's good poor people soda.
The pizza place I worked for had RC exclusively for a while. And that's what I drank every day. I had free access to the fountain, and I would just fill up a giant cup of RC.
Oh man. So other news that have happened over the last couple of weeks while we've been in the realm of horror and that deep dark dimension. The Nerd Rage Renegades have gotten on iHeartRadio.
Yes.
We
I wonder
did.
how many people are listening to us over there. I'm not sure. The
If
guy
you're,
wrote us in filling the void and said that we were doing all right.
yeah, hey, if you're listening to us on iHeartRadio, welcome. How are you doing? How you doing? We got to thank the people
Hey,
over there.
office
Yeah.
office people that are listening to us,
Yes. Now
listening to us say fuck.
next stop. Do people still listen to Pandora? Can we get on Pandora?
I don't know. I want to get on Yahoo somehow.
Yahoo podcast. So, but
Yahoo chat.
yeah, big thanks to Philly. Let me tell you something. I remember Yahoo Chat. Okay, that
MySpace.
shit was
Think of
the
MySpace
shit.
page for our show.
MySpace page is Tom. Will Tom still be our number one friend?
The graveyard of internet.
Yeah. But we do got to thank the head of Filling the Void Podcast Network for putting us in for iHeartRadio and getting us on there. Another platform you can listen to us on. I mean, we're everywhere. You can't
Yeah.
get rid of us. We're
I
everywhere.
think we're on everything now. I think we're on
A
every
lot of
major
things.
one.
All except for Podcast One because they want at least 30,000 fucking downloads an episode. We're not there yet. We will get there. Spread the
Hurry up,
word,
people.
people. Yeah.
Somebody go download 30,000 of our episodes.
Oh yeah. It's got to be one episode. 30,000 downloads for one episode. So just go and keep clicking.
Go get that. Hey, we got a good start on the AVGN show, so go start working on that.
Yeah, go do that one. But no, a lot of good stuff has been coming out. So the last couple of weeks, so I've gotten a couple video games over the last couple of weeks. I got South Park: The Fractured Butthole, and I am at the end of the game. I haven't beaten it yet. I want to savor the ending of that game, so I haven't beaten it yet because it's kind of like I bought the game for like $60. Do I want to beat it in a week? No, I want to kind of like hold on to it for a little bit. So I got Fractured Butthole, lived up to expectations, makes me laugh. I think Stick of Truth had a few more like what the fuck moments, like actually having to like fight underpants gnomes on the bed while your dad's fucking your mom, and a quick time event is you got to avoid your dad's balls from hitting you. Not really any of that in Fractured Butthole. There is a part with an old Lovecraftian god chief.
Hey, excellent.
Shah
Well, they did the whole Cthulhu thing on South Park.
This is a Shah Niggurath, and it's okay. This part's racist, okay, but it's South Park in the game. So the cops in South Park have been rounding up all people of color in the town to feed to this old god because this god cannot eat white meat. So the way you beat the god is you have to hit the cops into this little this little boxed off area at the right time, and the ancient god will eat the white cops and lose life and throw up. So, but you get all sorts of. It's just like kind of like you get more characters to play with. You get more summons to play with. Like you get hyped up on Cat Piss Gerald, and his summon as he comes in, like he's in the movie Heavy Metal, and then it's just him flying around naked. He's just walking around naked. Yeah. Moses is your healing summon, and it goes. You summon Moses with macaroni pictures, and it goes. Meanwhile, at the Hall of Super Friends. And there's a part where you have to help Seaman to get the gay fish's mom to heaven, and it's like Flappy Bird. It's like you're playing Flappy Bird to get the gay fish's mom to heaven. So there's some fun. There's a lot of fun.
It's like all mini games like that. The whole game.
No. That's just a few of them. The most of the game is exploration and beating the fuck out of like sixth graders and homeless people and crooked cops and shit like that.
Did I tell you that I ruined I was going to tell the story on the show next time we did it, but I've already ruined Stranger Things season 2 for myself.
Yes.
I don't-
Now,
this is how dumb I am.
you have to explain to me because it's on Netflix, but you had DVR up, so you got to explain that to me.
Because my Comcast cable has added Netflix to the app section on my DVR.
Oh, okay.
So
That's what I wasn't tracking.
Yeah, I could get Netflix through my DVR now. So I can get it through Xbox or my Amazon Fire Stick, or I can just get it through the DVR now. So what I did was I didn't even know it was coming out. I didn't know it was the release date was coming up, and I wasn't paying much attention to it. And I kind of, as we've talked about here before, I kind of avoid a lot of press about stuff because they add spoilers into shit, and I don't really want to know. I like to watch stuff organically myself and not have somebody else's opinion all over it before I see it. So I try to avoid all the hype and everything. So I didn't even realize that Stranger Things was coming out. And then I happened to see on Facebook or something that it was released to Netflix. So I went, and that was the night that me and Jess got home late, and we were going to do the show, and I was getting home too late.
Yeah.
And so when I got home and I finally made dinner, it was getting pretty late, but I went and I said, hey, do you want to watch Stranger Things and see what it's about? And she's like, yeah, let's check it out. So I put it on, because we watched I really liked the first season. So I put it on the second one, and I said, well, hold on, let me check the menu and see how many episodes this is, and see how long it's going to take to get through it. Because I wanted to see how many, maybe I could watch 2 or 3 of them that night, and I wanted to see how many there were. So I go there and I check. There's 9 episodes, and there's some extra like behind the scenes stuff, and then like an after show. And I'm just saying, oh, okay, 9 episodes. So I scroll back to the top of the list to episode 1, and I swear I hit play on episode 1. I don't know what happened, if there was a malfunction in my DVR, but it jumped back down to episode 8 and started playing episode 8. So I'm thinking this is episode 1, and the opening of the show starts, and everything's in chaos. And Sean Astin is in it for some reason, and Paul Reiser's in it for some reason, and there's a little girl in it that I'd never seen before, and there's all these different characters that weren't in the first season, and they're like in a hospital room, and everything is blowing up, and there's like creatures crawling out of the ground. This might be a little bit of a spoiler for anybody listening. So if you haven't seen Stranger Things season 2 yet, just fast forward like the next 30 seconds and then come back. But I'll starting now. Stop. Okay, so anyway, there's like creatures crawling out of the ground. They're coming out, and they're infiltrating this facility, and they're all over the place, and they're trying to find a way to escape. And it's just chaos. Everything's blowing up. So I tell my wife, wow, this is the way you start a season, man. This is some pretty wild shit. What's going on here? I was like, man, they didn't. I was like, if I hadn't seen the first season, I really wouldn't know what the hell was going on. I wouldn't know who anybody was, and what's happening, and so like this real exciting sequence of escape and fighting the monsters and everything, and it leads up, and it gets the girl comes back from wherever she was, and then there's a reunion with everybody, and then they defeat the monster, and it's like I'm trying to keep it as little detailed as possible in case somebody hasn't seen it. But real exciting, 2 episodes in a row. I was like, wow. And now that if that's the way they're going to start it out, now we're going to get the story. The next 7 episodes are going to be like, this is explaining where this guy came from, and there's still another danger we got to deal with. And I thought it was going to be, I was like, wow, this season must be really packed full of awesome shit if that's how they started it out. No, I watched episodes 8 and 9 in a row, saw the end of it, and then I get to the end of episode 9, and then the Stranger Things after show starts. And it's like this guy comes on, and he's like, if you're like me, you just watched 9 hours of Stranger Things. And I was like, wait, hold on. No, I just watched 2 hours of Stranger Things. What the hell's going on? And so I go back, find out that I started at episode 8. And so then I'm pissed off because now I just ruined the entire season for myself. And I'm thinking, well, then it dawned on me, I still knew what was going on, and I still knew what was happening just from knowing the characters from last season. So then I thought, well, maybe this show isn't so great because I just cut 7 hours out of this motherfucker, and I still know everything that's going on. So I skipped over 7 hours. I didn't even need to see it. because within the last 2 episodes, you kind of figure out who those people are and why they're there.
Yeah.
So, really, if you've seen the first